Today's video is a collaboration with the Inspiration Collaboration Design Team. In today's video, I'm taking this card kit and creating a double-page scrapbook layout. I've done this before with a paper pumpkin. These kits are a little bit different. These are the Stampin' Up kits. So they come with, you can get ornament kits, you can get card kits. There's several different kits you can get. So I'm going to show you what's in this particular one, which, let me get the title of it. This kit is the Birthday Sparkle Kit. So you get items to make 3 of these cards, 3 of these cards, and then 3 of each tag. So aren't those beautiful? And wait until I pull them out. But these are also your instructions. So on the back, you'll see what you need for each item. So these are the items that you'll collect to create card number 1. These are the items you'll collect to create card number 2, and then the same for both of those tags. If you need further instructions, you can scan these QR codes, and for detailed instructions, scan this code. Learn Stampin' Basics with this code. So very cool. And then on the front, so that's what's all on the back. And then on the front, you have card number 1, card number 2, item number 3, and 4. So and you get a ruler. Isn't that pretty cool? So then when you're looking at card number 1, it tells you exactly how to put it together. It actually shows you. There's no words because Stampin' Up does sell to different countries, different languages. So it just has the images for you. So let me show you card number 1. I did already put that together. This is card number 1. The only thing I changed on this was I did a little bit of inking around the edges. You see that? Just very lightly. So that is card number 1. Card number 2 is this Happy Cake Day card with that beautiful cake and the sparkly candles. Here is my card number 2. I got a little crooked when I was putting the flames on, so I actually intentionally put them crooked and it looks like they're flickering in the wind. I did some stamping here. I stamped the Happy Cake Day. I have my little bow tucked underneath, and you just glue it all together, and it is on some 3D foam. So it adds that extra dimension. Here are those 2 tags. And here are my 2 tags. I copied them pretty exact. Look at that glitter. So these are actually stickers. These glitter stickers here. I stamped It's Your Birthday. This is like a foil paper and kind of like a toothpick type stick there to hold that on, and then you get the string. So let me open this box and show you what else I have available to use. So if you were to create the 6 cards and 6 tags, you would have a few extra items, which I am going to hang on to. You could always stamp sentiments on this for another card. You could use this as whipped cream on a coffee. Like, you could use these for anything. I'm not quite sure what I'll do with the stick, but you do get a few extra items aside from what you'll need to create these. So I'll just set these ones aside. They were actually from a friend that put these together with me. She finished her cards and tags and said I could have her leftover pieces that didn't fit. So I'll set these aside and I'll show you what else comes in the kit. These are to show you the stamp set. So these 2 are in different languages. I already cut the English one apart, and then I just tucked it into this baggie that also came in this kit. And so there are my stamps, and those are on a plastic carrier. So super easy to pull off. This one's the yay. You have your balloon stamps. So I'm just going to tuck that in here, and then I have that slip that shows me what these stamps are. So if you wanted to put this in with your stamp collection when you're all done, don't get rid of your stamps. You can use those on so much more. It is a forever product. you get 3D adhesive. So these are, you just pull them apart, and then the bottom is sticky, and then you just peel off that top. So a lot of the cards have the dimension. These are dimensionals. You see that? And that's how they're held together. You also get glue dots right here. These are also the sticks. So these glue dots, you just peel right off of this, and then there's also a paper over the top. So you'll just peel that paper off, and it's double-sided glue dots. So you get all the adhesive, everything you'll need to put these together, minus scissors for the string. I did have to use my own scissors to cut the string apart, but I didn't need to bring glue. I didn't need to bring adhesive. Everything came in here, even the block for my stamp. So these stamps you'll peel off of here, put onto your block, ink it up with early espresso so they have the brown ink that coordinates with this. This is a nice way to add to your collection too. So with a lot of the kits, it does come with a Stampin' Spot. Not all of them will. You'll have to double check and see what kind of kit you're buying. I know there was a haunted house. That one obviously does not come with ink. That just comes with the kit to put the house together. So this one came with early espresso. I did not have that in my stash yet, so I'm excited to have another Stampin' Up! Ink in my collection. And this I will be hanging on to because you can never have too many blocks for your stamps. These are some of those punch outs. So you saw on this tag, you just see that border. But how fun would that be to maybe stretch this across the layout, or, you know, you can create more cards other than, obviously I have 2 more of these to put together for these. But yeah, so you get your punch outs. These are the candle punch outs, and everything just comes out so easily. You don't need to stress about it or cut them apart. There we go. These are the candle flames, and then it's also the little tassel for this balloon, and they are stickers. You just peel them right off, and they're already sticky for you. These are more punch outs. Here's your balloons and your banners, and you could even hang on to this and trace another balloon onto other cardstock, other colors, and then you know that these will fit on those balloons, or your sentiments will, your happy birthday. So you could hang on to this as a stencil. This also punches out. That's your frosting for your cupcake. And look at these. I love that foil. So that is the cupcake liner. And then you have these strips, which could be used for so much more than what they call for. Let me show you what these were. This was just put under Happy Cake Day. We have some more stars. We have another cupcake liner. So easy to punch out. Here's your envelopes. Look at that foiling on the bordering that. Those are so pretty. Here is one type of card. So that's your card base. It's already pre-scored for you. So definitely cool. You could put a picture inside of here if we're doing a scrapbook. Here are 2 little, that is the inside piece of this one, those dots. Okay, here's another tag, just punches right out. Here's the cupcake base. So you glue all of these to this base. Here's some more little balloons. Again, you could use this as a stencil so that you can cut out your own balloons this size and use that stamp. these punch out from these. So on this card, I have quite the mess over here. On this card, we punched out that center to reveal the candles, which are on the base. So here's another card base, pre-scored. So then you just punch out this center. Okay, so they say not to use this, but I'm going to hang on to this because I could do so much more with this. And then this gets glued over here to frame in that cake. So you get enough of those. So we're going to have all of these inside pieces still because the instructions do not call for that. Okay, so there's how that one looks. This is that exact same punch out as before. You have your candles, your tags, your cupcake base. Here's that inside. Here's another balloon. And then another punch out. So you get so many because you make the 6 cards and 6 tags. But we are going to use the rest of this to create a layout. A birthday themed scrapbook layout. So stay tuned. I will be starting on some white daisy cardstock. I just figured that would be easiest since I'm going to be bringing in some gold foil, some craft color, and then the browns in the espresso. I'll try to use the ink that they provided with the kit. First thing I'm thinking with these card bases is that I could cut them apart and use them to map my photos maybe. So each side is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I might be able to fit a 4 by 6 photo, otherwise a 3 by 4 for sure. So I'm just gonna cut right along that fold. Okay, so there's one. We'll do that with all 4 of these. Then we have these pieces that are 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. So those would be perfect for 3 by 4 photos. I say that I could fit a 4 by 6 on these because my printer doesn't print exact, and I think I could maybe crop them down or maybe do like a 4 by 4 photo because these were what? Yeah, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I could do a 4 by 4. Maybe I'll trim this one down so I can play with that. So we'll trim it to 4 1/4. Now I have this piece that I could use for something. And let's just do this one too because why not? Okay. So what if we did something like what if we did something like that and we could fit a ton of pictures? Could even go like this. And I realize these ones are going horizontal and these ones are going vertical, but that's kind of fun. And then I could do some clusters over here. I could fussy cut my cake out. And then I could do a 4 by 3. This is for a different project, but look at how perfectly that fits in there. I pulled out a few things that Stampin' Up! Offers that I thought might go with this card kit. So this is foil paper. This is their gold foil paper. It doesn't have the sticker readily available to see the item number and whatnot. But as you can see, I've already cut into it, and that foiling matches this foiling because it's both Stampin' Up! So you could always get this. I'll have it linked below, and you could add some extra foil to your layout. This is Nature Sweetness. You've seen me use this a million times here on my channel. I am loving this paper. here it is, Nature's Sweetness 12 by 12 designer series paper. And a lot of these papers have the gold foil. So you could easily tie this in and that foil will just tie your embellishments and tie all of this in together. There's some with the, which way is this open? So this is darker, it has the brown on the back without any foil. These browns might clash because this is actually brown and this is craft. We have this one with that gold leaf. Isn't that so beautiful? With the white leaves. I love this paper pack. You saw that one. This one has like that gold foil texture. So cool. You saw that one. This one has some flowers on it. So pretty. I might bring that one in. I'm going to leave that out. Okay, and then we have Season of Green and Gold. And you've seen me use this one a million times. This one is similar to that. It has the gold accents, which would just bring out even more of that gold. Do you see how that matches? So if you brought this in, it might just bring your eye around to the embellishments and to these gold frames. So we have some leaves. We have, the backs are not foiled. They're just solid. You have like this kind of design, which, how perfect is that for birthday? Like sparklers. They kind of remind me of that tag that has those sparkler type with your candles. Look at that. I might bring this one in. Oh my goodness, too many options. So here is another scrap of that one. Now I don't know if I'd want to bring in the gold, but this has foils too. So you could bring in the bells. What else is in here? I've used this kit quite a bit. More of the greenery with that foiling. We have the dots you probably saw over here. Okay, so lots of options with gold foiling, and I think they're coming out with more. I've been seeing little sneak peeks of some more gold foil, so that is fun. And if you didn't see, I did fussy cut my cake out. Now the candles look a little wonky because I left a border around, so they look kind of not straight, like they're melting. So I might actually go back in and cut right up to the white so that they don't look like the candles are melting on my cake. We'll cross that bridge when I'm ready to embellish. I love these little pads to do this. So you can just ink right along. I've been doing a lot of birthday layouts lately on my channel, and I just don't think that you can have too many birthday layouts. I got a little out of control right there, but I don't mind. If you're anything like me, you document birthdays. So I just keep these in my finished layout bin. And then when a birthday comes along, which my birthday's in December, so we're getting closer, maybe I'll pull this out to document my birthday. Not like I do a whole lot, but it's right around Christmas time, so I usually don't do a whole lot for my birthday. But I'm okay with that. I'm kind of a homebody, so if we just stay home on my birthday, it is fine by me. My husband likes to cook, though, so maybe he'll cook me up a meal for my birthday, and I can document that. Look how inking around those edges just make that much more of a difference. I am liking how this is coming together. Let's center this just so this looks a little more normal. I don't like that cake there, so let's move that again. I think we have our basics, and what I don't use for photos, I could always add more embellishments. I could add journaling. So this is espresso and this is mocha. You can see that espresso has a little more gray in it, Mocha has a little more red hue to it. So if we look at these candles, Mocha looks like the winner. So I'm gonna go with some Mocha cardstock. Just bring in a little piece of Mocha, maybe to add a little border here. If you have Mocha glitter paper, that'd be pretty going across there. And then maybe do some Mocha back behind here too. I may have moved around my photo mats a little bit, but I kept the same general idea. So I have this down here, I have this along the side. I'm kind of liking that it's not the exact same on each side of the layout. A lot of times what I do over here, I mimic over here, but having the same papers and the same colors, it's fun to just do something a little bit different. I'm going to add one of their little glue dots here to the back of my string. They're just so tiny, and that'll just help that stay upright. I don't want them together though. There we go. Okay. I still have this little banner, so I could stamp something there. I have a straight one too. Maybe I'll go like that, and then I can cut my own little banner piece here. So I like to cut up from the center and then from the corner to the top of that slit. And again. Okay, and of course I have to ink around the edges. If you're enjoying this kit, I do want to let you know that they are still on sale. They went on sale at the beginning of October, and they will be on sale through the month. I'll have the information down in the description box. Okay. And then that'll go right there. I do need to stamp something on that. The It's Your Birthday is what fits perfectly, so I think I'll go ahead and stamp that one. I am going to use one of my smaller blocks. This is the one that comes with it. That would work, but I have something smaller, so it's a little more controlled. So I'm just going to use the one from my stash. And then these are so small, you could definitely, you know, this one's a smaller stamp, so you could, woo, you could drop it in like that. You could definitely ink it like this, or you can go this route since the block is so small. It's a little more controlled that way. Whatever's easiest for you. And that looks pretty well covered. So we'll just stamp that and try to make it as straight as can be. I like to give it a second to soak in. And there we go. It's nice if you have a paper towel with some water or your ink chamois. I know when I'm doing this in classes and whatnot, we usually just have paper towels. And then that's easy enough to peel off and stick right there. I recently had a girls' night with some friends, and that's where we put these cards together, the cards you saw, and I decided to bring the rest back home with me to create a layout. So definitely fun. These kits are perfect to take places, and Stampin' Up! Is always coming out with new ones. It's your birthday. Party like it's your birthday. We got some balloons. This one will definitely need some ink around it to stand up off of that background. But I do like the balloons there. I thought about doing the cake, but I don't know if I'm in love with the cake. I like these candles better. Let's go ahead and create these balloons. I'm gonna grab out a little piece of scratch paper right here, and we're gonna go ahead and stamp these. So back to that stamp pad for the stamps. We have stripes, dots, and then I don't think any of them are gonna fit on this one properly. No, that looks silly. So we'll go ahead and stamp another word here, and I think we're gonna have to do "It's your birthday" again, fits on there. Otherwise, we could just do "Yay." We could do swirls. Maybe I'll do the swirls around it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my blocks again. This one's too small now, so we'll use the one that came with it. And if you rub it on your hand, any manufacturing powder or air bubbles or anything like that should help it stamp a little easier. And then I have a miniature one here that I'm going to use for those confetti or whatever you want to call that. Okay, so since this one is a little bit larger, I'm just going to go like this, so I make sure I get full coverage. It's just a little more controlled. And then I'll stamp that right here. There's one balloon. Clean that off. So you could go like this, but I'm just finding it easier to go this route since the block is so small. If the ink pad was bigger, I'd go the other way. Okay, we got some polka dots. And I'm just rotating this. I'm letting some of it hang off the edge. I'm rotating my stamp so that it looks more like a pattern paper and looks a little more random. And then I do like to stamp off the edge of it. That's why I'm on this scratch paper, so that it looks like pattern paper. And I like how these little curlies look on here. And then I do want to ink around the edges of this one too. Cute. These balloons are so fun. And you could definitely change the colors of them. So to bring over some more of that twine, I think I'm gonna put my balloons on string. What do I want them coming out of? Do I want them coming out of the side of this photo? I could have the string coming out of the cupcake and to the balloons. Is that cute? I kind of like that idea. Okay, so we'll cut this one about here. This one about here. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna wanna tie some bows with that too to hold on to the balloons. That brings some more foil over to this area. Oh, I love it. I could even add some journaling here, like if it's my birthday, I could put Cammie's birthday, you know? So let's go ahead and get this down. And we just center that right on here. For the balloon, add some liquid glue to the base here where the string's gonna touch. And then go like that. So then I can kinda tack that string in place where I want it. And I kind of want it to be a little loose. Okay, so I need to give that a second to dry. And then, honestly, I could go like some crissy-crossy and then have that one there. And this one kind of over here. Okay, so this one's gonna go there. Again, a little bit of glue here. And then, do I want this one popped up on foam? I think I'm going to add some of these dimensionals, is what Stampin' Up calls them, right here, and then some tape runner here. So I have, oh, glue everywhere. I have a little bit of everything. I have some liquid glue down at the bottom to help hold the string. I have some tape runner here, and then my dimensionals, and that's gonna go right here. This one I'm gonna do all dimensionals, but I want to catch that. How do I want to do this? Okay, so I'm gonna put dimensionals as far down as I can. So right about there. And then I'll add dimensionals on the entire back. So right about there. Okay, so I did catch it under that. Okay, this little seam here, it's not very noticeable, but it's noticeable to me, and I think we could add a candle there. I love it. This happy birthday is from my stash. They're die cuts. So I used that foil paper that I had mentioned to cut out the birthday, and then happy I did in that mocha. So I thought about my title up here, which is different because usually I want my title on the left-hand side. But I think that helps carry your eye to some clusters. And what if I did, I know I'm obsessed, more candles coming out. Also thought maybe I could do happy birthday down here. And I could still do that candle there. So then that would kind of be a row. I kind of like the triangle, the 3 points of interest. What if I did it up here? I like how this draws your eye, but I'm not sure that I'm in love with it there. What if I did it over here? I think I like this. This comes over a little bit further. But then I have my title on the left. I have that kind of triangular formation going. I think I like that. Yeah. So I'm going to need to re-adhere these. This one might have enough adhesive on it. This one I think needs more since I ripped it up. That's the nice part about tape runner, is that you can lift it back up if need be. Okay. How do you spell happy? H-A-P-P-Y. And look, these have lines going across, so I can line those up perfectly and then stick my candle in here with the flame. Have it more that way. I like that. Sometimes you just gotta remove and try again. So I'm using my Barely Art glue still, and you really don't need a whole lot. And then I'm gonna follow this line, and that'll help me keep all my letters straight. I haven't used much from my stash. My glue, my tape runner, but you could use what comes in the kit as well. And then some mocha cardstock, and is that about it? Oh, this paper too, this pattern paper is from my stash. So really, you could easily do this without adding all that detail. And I'm gonna have a lot left over. I could even make a second scrapbook page. I'll show you what's left over here at the end. What if I added just a little pizzazz going around here? I hope this doesn't ruin it. Again, I'm just rotating that stamp and just doing some random stamping around my title. I add a few more up by my Y, and I think it just adds a little more detail for your eye to catch. These are the gold textured adhesive back dots from Stampin' Up, and they go perfectly with these gold, so let's just add a few here and there. I like to do kind of a triangular formation. That was a dog hair. I think this is a pretty simple layout, but we have a lot going on. We have a lot of textures and colors, and once we get our pictures on, my pictures most likely will not be brown and gold. So I think having the layout itself more simple allows your pictures to stand out more. After my 2 cards and 2 tags that I created, so 1/3 of my entire kit, I still have 4 envelopes, 2 of these pieces here, and the insides of all of them, so 3 of those. I still have one of these cake cards, so remember I cut that apart, and I fussy cut that cake out, so I still have that piece. And then I did not use that cake on my layout, so I still have that cake if I wanted. These were cut off of from making that a 4x4 on my layout. I still have balloons, quite a bit of balloons. Look at all those. I still have a cupcake and the cupcake frosting and the cupcake liner. I still have a tag, more cupcake frostings, these pieces, and I have some banners. Another balloon, 2 more balloons, another banner, another piece of that, a star. I did not add any stars. These are the brown ones. Another star, and my sparkles. We have a ton left that I can still use for another scrapbook layout. So let me know in the comments, do you want to see another scrapbook layout out of all this? I definitely have enough balloons to do another celebration, birthday. I have more cupcakes. Here's a closer look at that layout we just created. You can get a lot out of these kits. I'll have this particular one linked down below, and then I will have all the other kits linked as well. So if you want to get in on that sale this month, be sure to check those out. The playlist for the Inspiration Collaboration Design Team will pop up on the screen. Be sure to check out the other ladies' videos. If you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. And until next time, live a life worth scrapping. Bye, guys.